it's getting hot and you want a summer proof makeup look. All right, so let's get ready. First thing is your sunscreen. You should always wear your sunscreen no matter what. I use Dior one here. I've been using this for quite some time. I mention it in all my videos most of the time. And you always want to put 2 fingers worth of sunscreen and a little more, honestly. You don't want to forget your neck and your chest and your hands, okay? You have good people in your life if they tell you to wear your sunscreen. Hopefully this lighting's okay. I changed the set. I changed where I do my makeup. So hopefully it's not too echoey. First step, skin tint. I've been liking the Super Boost by Makeup Forever. I have it in shade 3. I think skin tints are a little bit nicer. In the summer. Because I don't want to feel heavy. And this one just ages nicely. And just like all my other ones, I like to make a thin layer to even it out. And I like to spread everything evenly. I know the Rare Beauty foundation just came out. It is supposed to be a matte finish, so I don't know if I plan to try it out. But if you do try it out, let me know what are your thoughts. Because I'm curious. All right, I added a bit more. I like to add a bit more in the cheek area because I feel like it makes it look a little bit more, well, it gives it more coverage, truthfully. This specific skin tint is a light to medium coverage. It's a bit buildable. And it's been a go-to since I purchased it. I try to buy makeup that I know I'm gonna use. And so far, it's been a good one. I really don't want this to be settling in any areas. I want it to be as light and as diffused as possible. So that is the first part. I like to stay away from too many cream products on my face when it's hot. So honestly, I haven't even been adding any concealer. I just kind of bring the foundation up because it's already giving some kind of coverage. But if you do want to add some kind of concealer, you can do that. I just think in the summer, you're more likely to crease a bit more because you're sweating. You know, a lot of these things are happening. So I genuinely like just a no concealer look at the moment. If I was going to add any type of coverage under my eyes, it would be something light. So I had picked this up a while back. I wanted to make a video on it, but excuse me, I just didn't like the way it looked, and I've kind of been playing with it since. So I would genuinely just add this to my under eye, just to like this area right here, not too high up, just enough to kind of give a little brightness, a little bit of a difference there without adding too much, like barely any. And then I would go in with the poof and blend it out here. If you would like to see a video on this product, let me know and I can definitely do that. And it would be like, I'm not a makeup artist, so it would be obviously a regular person using it and probably having, I should watch a video of her using it actually. Anyway, but yeah, if you want to see that, let me know. I have recently picked this up and I saw an ad. I got from an ad, and it's a double serum all-in-one multi-balm. And I've been putting this on my under eye, like here, because I tend to have like very dry and just weird looking under eyes sometimes. So I have stopped like using concealer some days. So I really kind of like how that looks. I will update you as I continue to use it to see if I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, next step. I don't want to have a caked face because I know it's summer and you don't want to, like, you're not trying to, if you're going to like, I've never been to Florida, but like if you're going to Florida and it's going to be like humid, hot, and you're going to be a little bit melty, like I doubt you want to have too many products on your face. So honestly, at this point, I would just set and there are a couple products I used to set. I had picked this up, the one size, and this is in the cellulose airbrush powder in the color Fair. And I like this for my under eye. I feel like it's such a thin powder that you don't feel it. I would definitely try. I wonder if they have a small size so you can try it out before you buy it. Just because it's not cheap. I like it. Don't necessarily know if I love it, but we're using it because giving it back would have been wasteful. I don't like returning stuff. Don't like returning stuff because I get anxiety returning stuff. It's like, I'm so sorry, like, you know? And second, because I know they're gonna throw it away. So I kind of feel bad about that as well. Anyway, so once I set that part there, sometimes I'll use the same powder to kind of add a layer to my skin. But if not, I will use a loose powder. This one is the Chanel powder. You don't need it. Any setting powder will do. This is just the steps that I take. If you have the Huda powder or the Hourglass powder, any powder will do. It's not magical powder. It's just a brand name. Okay. And I'm going to just add this, actually. Okay, so I did miss one part. We're gonna add it now, and it's the only cream product I like to add is a blush because I like to layer my blush. I like to look flushed. I like to look like I got tanned. Sunspots run in my family, so I don't like to get in the sun too much because I will get spots. So I like to add some of this blush. This is the blush from Westman in color Petal. And it's such a nice blush. So I picked some of that up off my hand. Typically before I add any powder, so I shouldn't have added that powder under my eyes, but it's okay. And I just added to my cheek area. Just like the apples here. And just add it however your face requires you to add blush, if you know what I mean. Sometimes makeup doesn't sit well on our faces when we're following a tutorial because our faces are different from each other, obviously. I like to bring this blush kind of high up here because like I said, I want to look like I'm a little bit flushed from the sun. Hopefully this camera catches it. Last time I was editing the last video and I felt like I looked way too pale. Anyway. Alright, now we're gonna go in with powder. Make sure that everything is nice and blended out properly. And I'm just adding the powder here. I kind of like to avoid adding powder in this area here. So that's where we're at so far. And it's okay if you add a little bit of powder because your skin, you're gonna sweat. So this just helps it kind of age better. And you can't, I mean, it's summer day, you have to put bronzer on. So the bronzer of my choice is this Hourglass bronzer, and you can tell it's been on quite a ride with me. I just love it. It's like the perfect bronzer. It's really hard to mess it up unless you like add it too low or something, but it has such a natural finish that I just think it's perfect. And just to make sure that everything's nicely blended out, I just get the powder, like the brush that I use for just setting powder, and kind of blend it out there. I'm going to add a little bit of this eyebrow mascara to my brows here. I like to bleach my brows so they're slightly lighter than the rest of my hair, like my head hair. Just because my hair is almost black. Oops. So if I don't add, if I don't add a lighter brow mascara, I feel like my eyebrows just look orange. Alright, another cream blush I like is something that is like this color here. It just gives, like I got sunburnt a little bit. It's kind of like a brick color. This is called 3 Vital Beige, and it's by Chanel. Oh, another good setting powder that if you are like on a budget or you just don't want to spend $40 on a powder, this one here is good. I don't really have a powder I love. I think the only powder that I was really into was the Huda Beauty powder. But I was almost finishing the first one, so I kind of just bounced around. I like makeup, so I like to play with different products. And it's like I'm discovering a new product every time. I use it for a bit and then I switch it up. I like that. Okay. Like I said, I like to add a second blush. And the blush I am loving right now is this one right here by Hourglass. It's called At Night. And it's so pretty. It gives that perfect like sunburnt makeup look. And I just grab some here. And I like to add that even higher here, like right where the sun would hit. And just like the bronzer, I like to add to blend it out here. And of course, I love to add a pink topper, a glittery topper. So the Dior palette and the Universal, I need to add some of this pink here. And I just add it up here. You can even add some of this gold one right here. To add just a bit more. You're gonna be in the sun, honestly, so that's cute. For lashes, I like to do it very simple. I don't wanna have to worry about fake eyelashes because I don't have extensions anymore. I don't want to deal with the glue's coming off or my eyelash looks wonky. I don't know if my eyes are wonky or my eyelashes just look wonky sometimes, so I'd rather just curl them and add mascara. So we'll do that. Once we curl the lashes, the mascara I'm using is the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. I like this one because it's a tubing mascara, so you can just slide it off at the end of the day. It doesn't have any fallout. Doesn't really help keep a curl unless it's a user error, I'm doing something wrong, but I don't feel like my eyelashes stay curly. So it's kind of like I like it. It's like the best one I've found so far. If you have another recommendation, let me know. And don't forget to set your eyelids with some powder. I didn't do that and I have a crease here. So that's the mascara part. If you want to add a little bit of this here to your inner corner, just for some brightness, you can. I love a mauve-y, like nudie pink. And I love Nude Braun by Chanel. Nude Braun, there is Medium by Charlotte Tilbury, there is Cherry Cola by m.ph. All very pretty colors. So for this video, I'll be using the Chanel one and Nude Braun, B-R-U-N. Alright, and you can add some popular combo. I'm sure you've seen it online. I have more of an olive skin undertone, whatever. So this one just pairs really well with my skin, and it's the color Boy by Chanel. It just makes it a little bit more nude. This is the finished makeup look. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like it? It's very simple. Like I said, it's for the summer. You do not want to have a full-on glam 10-layer beat for summer. You don't. You're gonna be hot, you're gonna feel sticky, you're gonna feel like you wanna peel off a mask. This, I wore it and I felt like my skin felt fine at the end of the day. Even when I had to like reapply some of this, I usually, when I reapply my sunscreen, I add a little bit on my hands and I just do this and I just emphasize it in the areas where the sun is hitting me directly, where I don't want it to hit. Obviously, when it comes to your neck and chest, you can put it on normally, but for my face, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I would check on that before you follow my instructions. I am not a professional of any sort, but I usually just do that. And then I add it every 2 hours, especially if you're directly in the sun. It's a good idea. But that is it for today. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, what you would like to see next. I'm open to suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back with another video next week. Bye.